With the launch of the mid-sized Air 3 camera drone, DJI has introduced a new trick called dual primary cameras. That means the telephoto camera has the same sensor and quality as the main wide-angle camera, giving you two ways to create cinematic shots. It also uses DJI's new O4 transmission system that greatly increases range, while bringing the waypoint feature to the Air family drones for the first time. Apart from that, it's like a small Mavic 3, with obstacle detection all around and useful features like focus tracking and hyperlapse. On the negative side, the 1x1.3-inch sensors are smaller than the 1-inch sensor on the Air 2S. How does it stack up against that model, and how does it fit in with the Mavic 3 Pro and Mini 3 Pro models? I took it flying in France's Loire Valley with my drone pilot friend to find out. With the dual camera setup and a similar design, the Air 3 looks more like the Mavic 3 than the Air 2 and Air 2S. It picked up some weight compared to those models though, now tipping the scales at a 720 gram takeoff weight compared to 595 grams for the Air 2S. Like the Mavic 3, it collapses into a compact size and comes equipped with omnidirectional sensors all around. For storage, the standard model has 8 GB built in, with a micro SD port for expansion. Much of the extra weight comes from the new 4200 mAh batteries that weigh more than an entire Mini 3 Pro and have nearly the capacity of the Mavic 3's batteries. They dramatically boost the Air 3's range, up to 46 minutes compared to 34 minutes before. In the real world, we saw flight times of around 35 minutes before the return to home warning sounded, depending on flying style and other factors. With that, we could generally fly an entire day with 3 charged batteries. DJI introduced a new charging feature with the battery hub, letting you transfer power from the 2 weaker batteries to the strongest at the touch of a switch. That adds convenience and duration on single flights. The one drawback to the higher capacity batteries is that charging speeds are relatively slow. Another new feature is the next-gen O4 video transmission system, boosting range from 15 to 20 kilometers. In Europe, DJI added a new 5.1 GHz frequency as well. All of that noticeably improves range, with far fewer connection drops in tricky terrain compared to models like the Mini 3 Pro. In terms of maneuverability, the Air 3 is a good compromise between the Mavic 3 Pro and the Mini 3 Pro. Obstacle avoidance with APAS 5 is outstanding, with less risk of crashing than the Mini 3 Pro thanks to the extra sensors. All features like Active Track, MasterShots, QuickShots, Time-Lapse, and others are available on both cameras. Active Track, for one, works about the same on the tele camera as it does on the main camera. It's generally reliable, but if you're chasing a mountain biker through the trees, the tracking can switch off without warning, like it does on other DJI drones. It acquitted itself in various QuickShots and MasterShots scenarios as well, easily avoiding all obstacles. Those functions are far more interesting with the addition of the tele camera that adds intimacy and drama. On top of those flight modes, DJI has brought the Mavic 3's Waypoint Flight mode over to the Air series for the first time. It lets you plan flight routes and camera moves for the drone in advance, and it also allows you to repeat a flight precisely if you need to do multiple takes, time-lapse videos, and more. The main idea of the Air 3 is that the quality of the two cameras is the same. As such, it comes with a 1x1.3-inch 24mm f1.7 and 70mm f2.8 secondary camera. Those focal lengths match the two primary cameras on the Mavic 3 Pro, with the sensor size being about the same as the Mini 3 Pro. This 70mm lens is particularly good for action or hero shots, adding excitement and a more natural perspective. It also lets you stay a greater distance from subjects while compressing the space between them. As usual, the main wide camera can be used for establishing overhead, follow, and other shots. As with the Mini 3 Pro, the camera can be tilted down 90 degrees and up 60. The sensors have dual native ISO for improved light sensitivity and let you shoot 4K 60p in HDR or 4K at up to 100 frames per second with slow-mo only playback. 1080p can be shot at up to 200 frames per second, and it's the first Air series drone supporting 2.7K vertical 9x16 video. Both cameras offer 10-bit 420 D-LogM and HLG for improved dynamic range and reduced banding. DJI's regular D-Log mode, which offers even more dynamic range, is not available on the Air 3 though. It also lacks a variable aperture like the Mavic 3, so the optional ND filter kit available in the Fly More combo is desirable for sunny day flying. With the same 1x1.3-inch dual native ISO sensor and resolution as the Mini 3 Pro, image quality is similar with some differences. DLogM delivers significantly better dynamic range, particularly in challenging, contrasty conditions. It also offers mildly better low-light capability, so you get less noise and shadows for nighttime cityscapes, for example. You get as good or even better video and photo quality than the 1-inch sensor camera on the Air 2S, likely because the size difference is small and the Air 3 has more resolution. That said, it'll be interesting to see if DJI releases an Air 3S, possibly with a larger sensor. Photos can be shot at up to 48 megapixels in either JPEG or RAW DNG formats. The latter gives you plenty of room to fix over or underexposed photos. The 48 megapixel images are sharp, and with the binned 12 megapixel mode enabled, RAW images retain extra detail in low light. Finally, let's talk about the new RC2, DJI's third screen controller after the RC and RC Pro. It's a good compromise between the two, with a brighter screen, more substantial feel, and more precise controls than the RC. Currently, it's only available in a bundle with the Air 3 Fly More kit. DJI has another winner with the Air 3 thanks to the dual primary cameras. It elevates the telecamera to the same importance as the wide camera, opening up new cinematic shooting options to users. Image quality might not be good enough for some pros, but it's perfect for action shooters and certainly suitable for paid gigs like weddings, events, and more. At the same time, the Air 3 is more agile than the Mavic 3 Pro and just as adept at avoiding obstacles. With DLogM and waypoint flight, it's on par feature-wise with the Mavic 3 Pro as well. At $1,100 with the non-screen RC N2 controller, the Air 2 is $330 more than the DJI Mini 3 Pro with the same controller. That goes up to $1,550 with the RC2 Fly More kit, compared to $1,253 for the Mini 3 Pro with the RC controller. At those prices, its main competition is Autel's similarly priced 6K Evo Lite Plus and the Mini 3 Pro itself. In any case, it's a great new option for drone buyers who can't quite afford a Mavic 3 Pro and can make good use of the new camera system. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe, and for more on technology, check out Engadget.com.